Leisa, you mentioned the impact on business, the Financial Review splash, lockdown's $1 billion hit to business. Business leaders predict Victoria's 7-day lockdown will cost more than $1 billion and slammed the lack of federal and state financial support, warning that without a safety net, the state was exposed to more job losses and company closures. Tourism and major sporting codes were thrown into chaos yesterday as state borders were closed. Travellers were forced to abandon plans to flee Melbourne's winter, with Qantas, Jetstar and Virgin all cancelling flights in and out of Melbourne. Again, I say this, Leisa Goddard, I feel incredibly sad for the good folk of Victoria, but I, in particular, feel aggrieved for those businesses in Melbourne who get no confidence, they get no clarity, they get no certainty from this government who, quite frankly, botched up lockdown 1, lockdown 2, lockdown 3, and now they're headed for a 4th.
Yeah, and look, rightly so, Peter Crellin tonight was right on the mark when she was saying it is just a diabolical situation, and the government there really isn't showing themselves to be a leader at all. When you look at how other states and territories around this country manage outbreaks, Victoria has failed, and let's hope this time that they don't fail as badly, and that it doesn't extend out past the 7 days, and miraculously we see it, sort of lift before we have to wait out the full 7 days. But at this point, I think everybody smelt this in the wind, a few days ago as those numbers started to be released. And so today really didn't come as any great shock, but there is a lot of anger and a lot of frustration from people that you see commenting on social media, friends that I have who live in Victoria, people who operate businesses. They really are just shaking their heads. And it comes back to the contact tracing. How much confidence does the Victorian government really have in their contact tracers? There doesn't seem to be a hell of a lot. And for goodness sake, fly Gladys Berejiklian across and put her in charge of it. At least give them some advice on how to do it properly.
Well, I was on Peter's show yesterday, and that's exactly what she was saying. For God's sake, just roll the red carpet out. Bring Gladys Berejiklian down to Victoria and let her run the show. Now, there are obviously many, many impacts of what's going on with this particular lockdown, and one of those, of course, is the State of Origin game, which was earmarked for Melbourne next Wednesday night. I think it's soon anyway.